Okay, dog, we're back, and thank you for your patience. I hope that you did a short little break here. And I also see that some people they actually like the way this presentation is being conducted because it makes it easy for people to understand. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to continue in the same mode that I've actually did the first part, and I'm going to still do a little bit of a napkin presentation here, showing to you how easy our compensation plan actually works. So the first way we get paid, for those of you who really like to leverage and get in and promote these products and services out in the world, they will be paid for how much they actually put in. You know, in other words, how much work are you ready to put in to this project? If you're willing to, you know, go on a run with me for the next 18 months, I can tell you, you're going to have an opportunity to potentially never ever have to worry about finances ever again. But I say potentially because that is not a promise. Results are based upon how much you want to put into it as well. I can tell you, I've been in this industry for 15 years and I've never been as rewarded as I had with this compensation plan and with this company, as I mentioned at the beginning of my presentation. And today I can also say to you that we have more than 100 people in our team that is doing very good four-figure incomes in euros. And we have even more than 20 people that is now doing more than five-figure incomes on a monthly basis. And I'm talking about, I've just been in the business, me and my wife, just for little under 5 months. And there's even 2 people in our team that is making six-figure incomes in euros on a monthly basis. So I can tell you, this is the most rewarding project I've ever been part of. All right, so regardless if you're new to this business model or not, pay attention to what I'm going to be sharing with you. It's going to be easy to understand, but you may not understand everything. And if you don't, that's totally okay. Then you could just revisit this presentation, and you can even talk to the person who introduced you to the project here and invited you onto this webinar. Okay, first of all, we get paid something called a fast track bonus. That means 12% of all our personal sales. But in the first 45 days, we get paid 20%. 12% in first, you know, after the 45 days, but first 45 days to really get you running, you actually earn 20% on all personal sales. If you have someone that buys a package, I'll tell you the average package nowadays is around 6,000 euros that people choose to start with. And the reason they choose to start with that package is because if people, I always ask this question, I may as well ask you as well that's on this call, and even though you can't answer back to me, you can answer out loud. Do you like to make a little bit of money, or do you like to make a lot of money? All right, I thought so. You like to make a lot of money. Good. And do you like to make a little bit, do you like to make money now and in the future, or would you like to make money only in the future? Well, you probably answered like everybody else, and you want to make money now and in the future. Well, if you want to make money now and in the future, the small packages are not really for you. If you're just thinking about the future, then the small packages may be just fine. But if you're looking to make good money today and in the future, then the bigger packages is going to make more sense to you. And I'm going to share that with you here later on in this presentation so you can actually understand why. But this is the first way we get paid. The second way we get paid is something called a binary plan. And what it means is actually just, if it would be you starting your business, you're going to introduce someone on your left side and someone on your right side, and you're going to create 2 teams. It would look like this, just like any corporate structure. So you would have A and you would have B that you've introduced to your business. Now, in a normal company, you would have the CEO on the top. You would then have some vice presidents, some managers, supervisors, blue-collar workers. At the bottom, you may have the cleaning lady, and we all know that the person on the top is going to make all the money or make most of the money, and the cleaning lady is never going to make more money than the CEO. Here, it is actually a reverse system where you start on the top, regardless if you're the cleaning lady or if you're already the CEO right now in your own company. You will be the CEO of your own company, and you start your own organization, and then you build 2 teams. Some companies, you've got to build many different teams, and it becomes competing against each other, whereas here it's very much of a democratic model where one person can help the other. So this is actually how it would look like. You introduce A and you introduce B, and then you would teach A and B to do exactly the same thing. And then what happens is the company will take a screenshot of your earnings on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and then they will calculate how much volume has coming through your left team and through your right team. And as the company give points for every euro or every package that is being sold through our network of referral marketing, these points can vary. But the company says this: we pay you 50% of all the points that comes in your lesser team. So if we take an example here, we say we have 4,000 points on our left side, and we have 6,000 points on our right side, then we look at the lesser team, then obviously that is going to be the left side. And 4,000 points and 6,000 points here, if the company says we're going to pay you half of what you have in your lesser team, is going to look like this: 50%. Now, 50% of your points is going to equal what you receive in euros. So if you had 10,000 points in your lesser side and you receive 50% of that, that would be 5,000 euros. But here, as you have 4,000 points in your lesser side and 50% of that is 2,000, is actually going to equal 2,000 euros. You can be paid according to the rank that you achieve, just like in the corporate world, and I'm going to go through that here later on, where the higher rank you achieve, the more you can actually earn. But you need to do the job. The company's not going to pay you for not doing anything, all right? So that's the second part of how we get paid. The third part of how we get paid is something called matching bonus. And actually, what it means is that when you actually introduce lots of other people that likes to get into the business, then what happens is this: the company is going to pay you what is called a matching bonus on the way they do their job. So if you refer, for example, John and Lisa here, and they start building their binary, number 2 here, because they're separate from one another, and John and Lisa start making good money in the binary, the company is going to say, since you took the time of coaching them, helping them, instead of us spending a lot of money on marketing, we're going to pay you a matching bonus based upon what they do. And this is where the company will pay you certain percentages. Now, the important thing here is, depending on the package that you start with, the company will pay you certain percentages. Let me just go through that with you, so I'll explain that to you easily. If a person starts with a 1,500 euro package, you could earn 10% in matching bonus from anyone in your first generation that makes money in the binary, okay? People that you introduce yourself and that you helped and you coach them towards success, building their binary plan. Now, if you've started with a 3,000 euro package, you get 10% in 2 generations. And for those of you who understand referral marketing will understand that the money is in depth and not up in the top. So the more you can help other people become successful in depth, the more commissions you have an opportunity of making, because the company wants to be fair and pay those who actually helps other people grow. All right, so if you start with a 6,000 euro package, now you get paid in 3 generations. And if you start with either a 12 or 24,000 euro package, mining package, then you get paid 10% in your first generation, 20% in your second, and 20% in your third. Guess what package I started with? Well, obviously I started with the package that pays me the maximum I can earn from this referral marketing program. I didn't start with a 24,000 euro package, but I started with a 12,000 euro package, so that if John, I can teach John to make 1,000 euros per week, then the company is going to pay me 100 euros for the job that I helped John do in the binary plan. But if John introduces Eric, and I also help Eric, then I'm also going to receive 10% from what Eric is doing. It's in his organization. And there's unlimited to how many people I can introduce myself and receive matching bonuses from. And I can tell you, matching bonuses here are staggering, and I've never, ever seen anything like it. All right? So This is why people, they select normally the 6,000 euro package and upwards, because they would like to leverage from the matching bonus, because matching bonuses, when you get going, can count as much as up to 50% of your complete commission check between the 5 different ways of the way we get paid. Can you upgrade later on, start with a smaller package, say 3,000 euros, and then upgrade to 6,000? Yes, you can. However, then you need to buy a brand new package. They don't merge them together. You've got to buy a new package. So that's why most people, at least here in Europe and in other parts of the world, Asia, they start with a 6,000 to 12,000 euro package. But some people who may not have all that money may start with a lower package. Like I said, if you want to make money today and in the future, probably the smaller packages are not for you. I'm just being honest with you, but you obviously choose the package that you want yourself. Okay. The next way we get paid is called a car bonus. And I'm going to show you what you need in order to get to the car bonus. And then the 5th way is what is called a global pool bonus, where the company takes 3% of its worldwide sales and they split those 3% among its top distributors in the company. And it's like being a shareholder, but without having to have the responsibility as a shareholder. All right? And this is what's being done. Commissions are paid 75% in euros from all the commission you earn from referring this program. 75% you get paid in euros, and 25% you receive in S-coins that has an actual value behind it, because even though it's not on the open market, it has a value because it consists of existing digital currencies that's on the open market. And that's the reason, as I told you earlier in the first presentation, how the company allows you to sell coins back to them. Because if you want to sell coins back to them, obviously it needs to have a value, otherwise the company wouldn't be interested in selling it. Now, the 25% that you receive in S-coins, you will not be able to sell on the open market. You will not be able to sell them even to Coinspace at this point in time until the company goes on a public exchange, which is planned for 3rd quarter 2017. That's when you can sell them. Up until then, they will be on what is called your held account or your savings account. Okay, but 75% you receive cash, 25% you receive in coins. And the good thing about you receiving 25% in coins is that when the company goes on the market, there's obviously created a supply, but now as there's going to be people wants to use their coins out as well, you actually create a demand among the merchants who likes to start accepting our payment system, because we're going to have millions of customers and distributors who have an interest in using the coins that they have. And obviously with all the demand that is being created in an ecosystem, we also increase the value of the currency that is being produced by Coinspace. How do you get paid? Well, you get paid in a few different options. You can get paid applying for a papaya card if you live in Europe. If you live elsewhere, you can apply for a Union Pay card. And in the next couple of weeks, or maybe even next month, there's going to be a new card that you can apply for as well that is called Paisa, that is accepted in 190 countries around the world. Or if you choose to, you can even choose to get your commissions in Bitcoins. You yourself are responsible for declaring the income that you earn with this company. The company is not going to go to the tax authorities and tell on you. That's not in their interest, but it is your interest to make sure that you tell the local governments where you live and where you reside to make sure that you pay your taxes from what you earn with this company. Okay? Now, rank achievements, last part here. How do you actually earn, the big bucks here in the binary, and how do you actually achieve the different rank achievements here? Well, first of all, coordinator is the first step. It's called 6,000 points in your lesser leg, and meaning that you have to be binary active. That means that you've bought your own package and you've introduced someone on the left and someone on your right team. That means that you're active, okay? And then you are then eligible to earn 7,000 euros weekly in the binary. The other commissions are all unlimited in terms of personal introductions and matching bonus. But in the binary, the company obviously can't pay out unlimited. It needs to be based on qualification. Number 2 is what is called a team leader, 12,000 points in lesser leg, 1 active in your strong team, and you can then earn up to 14,000 euros weekly. As a supervisor, this is where it becomes more interesting. When you have 36,000 points in your lesser leg and you have 2 active in your strong team, then you have the ability to earn up to 21,000 euros weekly in the binary, plus the other bonuses, but in the binary. And now the company will even give you the car program, which is 400 euros times 6 months, but they will give that to you all in one go after 30 days of completion of the rank. That means that you receive 2,400 euros cash on your e-wallet with the company. Number 4 is called an executive director, 120,000 points in your lesser leg, plus 2 coordinators in your strong team that are personally sponsored by you. Now you have the ability to earn up to 35,000 euros weekly, and you now have the car program going up to 800 euros per month times 6 months, all paid in one after 30 days. And then the last one that I will talk about is the diamond, where you have 300,000 points in your lesser leg, 1 team leader and 1 supervisor in your strong team. Now your binary commissions goes up to 56,000 euros weekly, and the car program pays you 1,500 times 12 months. So that's another 18,000 euros in a bonus. You don't have to use it towards a car if you already have one. This will be changed here in January, where it will actually be called a lifestyle bonus instead of a car bonus, okay? Very important to explain here, for those of you who may be familiar with referral marketing, points here are lifetime. So it doesn't mean that you have to have all these points within a week or within a month. You can have them over 10 years if you like, and you will still be able to qualify the ranks, okay? There's no monthly maintenance, and packs are annual. After 1 year, if you'd like to renew your package, you do so. If you choose not to renew it, you don't do it. Remember, it costs money to have computers up and running its hardware. It costs money to run electricity. So that's why it is annual contracts here. All right, guys, that's it. That's the presentation for today. I hope that you've enjoyed hearing what I had to share with you, and that this is something you'd like to become part of. My suggestion is you get back to the person who introduced you to the business opportunity and get started today, because the best time to start was yesterday, and the next best time is right here and right now. We're flying, you know, guys, down in the Southern Hemisphere. We're doing really good in Europe, South America, Africa, Asia. We're soon to be open also in North America. We're doing great in Canada. And we're also started off really well in Australia. I know that we have a brand new coordinator who's now going also team leader probably within the next week, Nathan Clark. Also, we have some also amazing people on the call today. I know that Rita Marcellino, who's also the team leader with us, doing really, really good out of Adelaide. And I know that with her sister Lisa and her friend, also another very good leader, Lisa Leo, out of Adelaide, they're also building it up big time in Adelaide. But now, as we've gotten started on the Gold Coast and even New Zealand, this is your opportunity, guys, to really start rocking and rolling and take this to the next step. I thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join me this evening. It's been a pleasure to serve you, and I look forward to be talking to you all soon and to see you soon, planned to be in February. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Bye for now.